Hey everybody, Mark Johnson here, founder and creative director of Able Ape Studios, back again with another episode of It's Go Time, episode number 29. In today's episode, I talk to you about learning from failure. Yes, like I said, in today's episode, I'm going to just kind of freestyle. In a freestyle, I won't give you like my top 5 on this, but we'll just kind of do like a free little talk on this because I had an experience where I failed publicly, maybe a few times, different opportunities, but the one I'm talking about has really stuck with me. It was a failure where I was trying to create an event, an experience for people that involved a lot of different aspects, from film to stage work and lighting. So the process was really involved, and I just didn't really calculate how much it would be involved. And so since that experience, I'm continuing to learn from it. As I prepare for new projects and work on new collaborations with people. I think I always go back to that to kind of gauge myself about where I'm at, where I'm at mentally, where I'm at, in the sense of working with other people, and I think also just kind of where I'm at in the sense like of, just checking myself, being mindful. And I think that's what you get from learning from failure. Obviously it hurts, obviously it sucks, obviously I wouldn't want to fucking go through it again, but I think if I look at it the right way, it's an opportunity to become even better than I was even at that point. And I think that's what you do with failure. It's tough not to watch the Olympics. I don't know how many of you out there are watching the Olympics, but it's something I enjoy doing. It comes every 4 years, and it's just kind of it's kind of like a lot of excitement and competition, and great stories that come out of it. And what I've heard numerous times is that an athlete, whatever it was, whatever their goal was, obviously you want to win the gold, but maybe they don't win the gold, okay? And maybe they're on the verge of retiring, they're thinking they won't come back the next 4 years. The training is out of the, I can't really imagine what the training is, because it's like a 4-year process, and then you get there and then maybe your event just goes just like that and it's over. And whether or not you got to the point where you were feeling successful in achieving the goals you want, a lot of the stories that I hear is the athlete is just not satisfied. They're not satisfied with what they got. And so, as much as they maybe talked about not coming back the next Olympics, they're there. And so it's kind of where I'm at in the sense is, I'm not saying that I'm an athlete and doing that, but I'm just saying that I wasn't satisfied with how that ended. It was just a terrible mess. I lost friends from it. I lost the opportunity to work with one of the galleries here in town off of it, and it just kind of left a real bad mark on my record of kind of doing things, being someone who's like a creative. And so I think that's what you gotta learn from motivation, is that number one, it's gonna happen. Obviously you don't want it to happen, especially if it's really public, but if it does happen, learn from it, and that's kind of what I've been doing over the years, just kind of learning from it so it doesn't happen again. I think also what you can also learn from having a failure is it motivates you. It's a weird thing, but it does motivate you. Like I talked about the athletes, it does motivate you. Obviously, if you're a person that's just not going to be devastated by a failure or failing, you can be motivated. But some people, and even myself early on, I was like, I'm not going to ever do this again. I was definitely at that point where I just really didn't really think that I would have it in me to come back or even, face people and say that I want to try to do this now, and that was tough to do that. But I think there's even that saying, once you fall off a horse, when you get back on the horse, and I think that's something that you also got to do about learning about failure, is that, when it happens, it's going to hurt, and you're going to feel like you can't ever do it again. But I think the best thing you could possibly do is get back up on it and do it as fast as you can. You know, just don't let it sit. Don't wallow in it. Don't allow yourself to start to believe the negative thoughts, that kind of creep in, because they do creep in, and they'll tell you that you should never have done it. You should have listened to this person was right, all that kind of stuff. And it's going to wear on you. So the sooner you can get to a point where you're feeling like, okay, I'll take this hit, but I'm coming back, and know that you're coming back, and know that you have a mission. You're on a new mission now, and your mission is to make that wrong or right. I mean, we're even coming up on, I don't know how many people out there, again, who are UFC people, Ultimate Fighting Championships. But I think this weekend we got the fight with Conor McGregor, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. And if you don't know that story, I'll keep it briefly. Conor McGregor, super famous UFC fighter. I think he's the champion at featherweight, and he was scheduled to fight a certain person. He's off fighting someone where he knocked him out really super quick, and he called it, and I think he's done it a few times. And in this fight, he took this guy on 10 days notice, let's say, something like that. And they hyped it up, and he just Conor McGregor felt that this was going to be another fight like he had faced in previous events, and it didn't turn out that way. He lost. And as much as he's been a big talker, this time around he didn't fulfill what he was saying he was going to do. And so there's definitely a shift in him. But as much as that happened, he's doing it again. So the next fight is, I think, this weekend. And so, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, is where you want to have the mindset that if you fail, it's something to learn from, to get better from. Doesn't mean that you can never ever come back. It doesn't mean it's not death. So just keep that in mind. Keep those things in mind, that failure can be a great learning tool if you use it that way, but at the same time it could be a tool that's going to keep you from ever coming back and doing what you feel you need to do, be it athletically, job wise or work wise, entrepreneurship, art wise, singing wise, whatever it may be. When you have a failure, the best thing you can do is come back and do better, learn from it, make yourself get back up on that horse. So that's what I'm going to say today. I'm not going to go much further than that, but I hope that I'm getting through, from my own experience, to the people out there who maybe had a failure and they're feeling like it's the end of the world. I was there. I felt that same way too. But you can come back, and I'm coming back. So I'm definitely motivated to do some new things. So hopefully I can start showing those to you very soon. So don't go too far. And so if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, definitely subscribe. And if you want to share with me maybe something you failed at that was maybe a public thing, and it was definitely embarrassing, and you felt a certain type of way about it, but maybe you're working through it and you're on your way back, let me know in the comment box below. If you want to maybe tell me something that happened recently, maybe something that happened a while ago that you're still struggling with, leave that in the comment box below. I'd love to start a conversation. Maybe we can help each other out with just some good advice, or just kind of letting you know that it's okay to fail, but I would think that you'd want to come back. So don't give up. So with that, like we always do at this time, have a blessed day. See you on the flip side. Let's go.